We've been telling stories to one another for a long time, perhaps for as long as we've been using language, and we've been using language, I suspect, for as long as we've been human. In all its guises, from words spoken and written to pictures and musical notes and mathematical symbols, language is our distinguishing gift, our hallmark as a species. In this class, I'd like to present 10 reasons why we need good stories in life. I want students to be able to see the value of application for stories, and I want them to be able to put some of that into practice with stories that they'll hear during the class, stories that they'll remember, and a particular story that they'll write about. Before I start teaching any class in literature or teaching any novel, I want students to have an appreciation for literature and to understand that literature is not just what's in a book, what's contained there, but it is applicable for life. Stories are today, as they were thousands of years ago, the best source of entertainment for any community. Stories create community. They bring people from different backgrounds, ethnicities, nationalities, and languages together. Stories help us to see through the eyes of others. We take off our skin and put on someone else's. We understand their context better, and we can understand them better because of their story. Stories have the power to help us see consequences to our actions, even before we take them. Stories have the power to educate our desires. We have dreams and goals, and wishes and desires, and when we read stories or we hear other people's stories, we're inspired to follow our own dreams. After the presentation, students will have a chance to hear and listen to Michaela de Prince's story. From her story, together as a class, they will discuss the 10 principles that are evident in her story. Then, in partners, they'll choose a story that they've heard recently and try to apply 3 of the principles. Before the class is over, using MLA format, each student will write a reflection about one of the principles in a personal story from their own life. They will use their iPad or personal computer or any other electronic device in order to accomplish this task. In that way, they'll be applying the principles of the story as well as making personal application and using MLA format in the process.